Hello. I thought I'd do a couple of ways to do custom showers. Not too concerned with the wall type right now. We'll just create a box. Now let's say this is a bathroom, and I'm going to draw an interior wall. Now I'm going to open that wall and change the wall type using this drop down to glass shower. Let's take a look at that wall type before we go much further. You can see it's a 1/2 inch thick and it's glass. Material set is glass. Now, over in preferences, I've got this same wall type handle available. Let me show you how I turned that on. That's over under Edit Preferences. Where is that setting? I just thought I'd show you how to do this, but I forgot. Then I, of course, get into preferences. I forget where they are. I think it's under architectural. Yeah, see right there, show same wall type handles. I got that checked, and so when you click on a wall, it gives you this extra little gadget here that you can grab on, and it'll extrude the same wall type. Anyway, so now we have a box inside of a box. And you can see automatically that the software puts a base mold around and inside the shower. I'm going to hit Shift X6, Shift and F6, excuse me, so to split the screens. And I'm going to take this and name it the shower space and name it bath. And then I'll uncheck that and just type in shower with the caps on. And it'll give it a tile floor automatically being named bath. And the next step would be to get rid of the base mold. Go over to moldings, uncheck that, and delete it. Now we still got base mold on the outside, so I'm going to click in here, and I don't see the command. Maybe you can't do that in Pro. Dear. Let me check something. I'm just going to draw a polyline and see if I can convert that to a molding polyline. I guess Pro doesn't have that feature. Okay, we'll just have to skip that. I commonly use Cheap Architect Premiere where you can I can turn that off, but in Pro you can't. Okay, good enough. So the next thing we need is a shower pan. We'll go over to the library browser and architectural and fixtures and showers, and no, I don't want that. I want shower pans. There it is. We'll get a square or rectangular pan, doesn't matter. We'll resize it, stick it in there. That kind of sort of covers up the base mold. Just make believe that that's not there. Now, the next thing is you need a door. And all you have to do is put a door. And normally, of course that looks kind of stupid, but I'm not done. We'll flip the hinge side. I'm going to open the dialog box of this rather generic door, and we'll make it into a glass door. I'm going to take it and I want it, well, hang on a second. Let me see how tall the pan is. The pan is 5 inches tall. Okay, so I'm going to take this door and set it 5 inches off the floor. Next thing, I'm going to turn the casing off. Turn the casing off, turn the casing off, turn the threshold off. The next thing would be go to the General tab and change the door type to glass. Of course, you're not going to have that kind of a doorknob on a shower door, so I'm going to go over to Hardware and turn the interior handle off, and the exterior handle, I'm going to set it to a little more shower-looking type handle. You can pick whatever you want. Now, of course, we're not going to have this big wood frame on a glass door, so that's the next thing that needs to go. Go over to the General tab, and right here, Panel Frame Options. We'll set that to 1/16. Now, the reason I set it to 1/16 is I found from experience that a zero links trim doesn't define the door very well, so I'll make it a 16th. Hit the tab key, you'll see this thing clean up, except that it's got a white border around it. Also, the thickness is still at 1 3/8. I'm going to set it to 3/8. Now I'll go to the Materials tab, and the door will set to, hit the G key to go to glass. We'll set it to glass. Door exterior. Door glass, that's fine. Trim exterior, that's the 1/16 part. We'll set those at 1/16 to glass. Okay. And so there's your door. Now I'm going to open this dialog box and set the swing angle to 45. And we'll set the door to show open. I think it shows up a little bit better in the render being open. It's a little bit hard to see if it's closed. It's just a quirk of the software. I'm going to move this door over to the hinge side. It's bumping in. See, I can't pull it over because of the casing. Although I turned the casing off. To get past that, I'm going to click over here to ignore casing for opening resize, so I can then move the friggin' door over there, because you normally hinge these things from a structurally sound side. You wouldn't hinge it out here. You could, I suppose, but it wouldn't be as structurally sound. Okay. Next thing is we need a shower head. We'll go over to faucets, bathroom fixtures, shower fixtures, and we'll pick something. Now, go over there. Yeah. All right. Now I need to put. If this shower goes, the glass goes all the way to the ceiling. There's a couple ways to do the shower. And Pro, I think the method I would first pick would be just use the wall break tool and break it where these glass walls meet there. That isolates these segments, which I can open up and go to the wall covering tab. Click on Add New. We'll go over and just pick some tile. Tile, solid. And we'll put latte tile on there. And a real popular size these days is 12 by 24. Well, this material is not 12 by 24, but let me click it in there. Okay, the one thing I left out, see, just put a little strip on there. I need to open that again and reprogram it. There. The program is set by default to do certain things, and doesn't always fit all occasions. So you go to the wall covering tab. We'll set the floor to bottom to 0, and the height. I didn't pay much attention to the ceiling height in here, so it's probably 9 feet. So I'm going to set it to 9 feet, and then click OK, and that should then give us tile all the way to the ceiling. Now this pan, I'm going to open it up. We'll go to the Materials tab of the pan object. Go to the main color. And let's see, I want to go to tile again. And yeah, I'm just going to put some mosaic tile on there. Something that kind of blends in with what we've already got there. That's close enough. Now one thing that, one of the inconsistencies of this software is, like these white lines in this material are not going to print. Unless you print it in color, they're not going to print. So if you print in black and white, I'm going to click on library material. Oh. I'm going to click on plan material, and that gives you an edit button. I'll change the line color to black. And that way those lines will print if you print in black and white. I'm going to do the same thing to the tile material. It's probably the same way. I'm going to click over here on this screen and click on the camera tools. And we'll use the dollhouse camera. This way I can just access the material more easily and use this tricolor tool. Adjust material definition. And we'll change those lines to black. And that's only pertinent if you're printing to black and white. But I often do for plans. You know, for renderings, of course, it doesn't matter because the material has white lines and you can print white lines in a render view. Now let's change the size. Right here on this Define Material tab, I'm going to set the height to 12 inches and the length to 24 inches. But that's only part of it. This is the vector view version of the material. We'll go over to the Texture tab, and this also has to be changed. We'll change this. We want this to be 12 inches. We'll change the X to 12, and we want this to be 12, 12. So the Y scale will be 24. I think I've got that backwards. Actually, that's 24. And that's 12 plus 12, 24. Okay, now it's showing a 12 by 24 pattern. Okay, now we'll take this. I'm done with this kind of camera, so I'm going to close that. And in this dialog box, I'm going to open up and just name it a bath. And it'll automatically get a tile floor. Okay, so, and that shower is a little bit low, isn't it? At least for a 9-foot ceiling it is. I'm going to get that shower head, and you can open the dialog box and it'll tell you it's 30 inches to the bottom and it's 43 inches tall, so it's about 73 inches. It probably should be at about 84 inches, so I'm going to set it at 41 inches to the bottom. That's probably a little more realistic. Okay. Now, not all glass showers do the walls go to the ceiling like this, nor does the tile go all the way to the ceiling. So let's do a variation of this. I'm going to open the dialog box for the shower. No, I'm not. I'm going to open these walls again, and we're going to lower that material. We'll go over to wall covering, and we'll set this to 96 inches. And floor to bottom still 0. So now it'll go a foot to the ceiling. And then I'm going to go back over to this camera view and click on the glass wall, then hit the tab key, which then selects the wall itself. And then I can alter that. I'll make it match the tile. But whatever you have in mind. Now the key is you click, and then you hit the tab key, and you can select and alter the wall. if you just click, you're actually altering the room dialog box for the shower, which I don't want to do. So now the walls match the shower, and they're now at 8 feet. And that's basically how to do that. Now another variation of this shower would be to take these walls here, shift select them. I think I've got them. Let me do that again. Press the shift key and then I'll click on the other wall. Now I'm going to alter these walls to pony walls. We'll leave the glass up top, and I'm going to put interior 4 on the bottom. So like if you have a shower where the wall comes up just part of the way, let me open that again. We'll go over here to the wall types. And see, this is preset to 48 inches off the floor. So let's set that to 32, just to change it, to show you that you can change it. Now if you want to cap this wall, see right now it's showing framing. It depends on how detailed you need it to look. And if I want to cap that, then I would go over here and draw a polyline. And the lower wall is 4.5 inches, so I'm going to set this to 5 inches. And kind of match it up on the wall. Now just for, let me open these two walls again. I can go over there to wall types, and I want to display the lower wall, so I can line this polyline up a little bit. Well, I did a pretty good job. This is just temporary. I'm going to get that polyline and extrude it. Use the brake line tool, and so we can turn the corner there. If I was doing this for a project, I'd probably be a little bit more careful, but I'm just demonstrating. Now I'm going to convert that closed polyline to, it doesn't, well, I usually pick a slab because it's not being a countertop. And then I get this dialog that tells me where to locate the top of this polyline slab that I just created. And I want it at 34 inches. The wall is 32 inches tall. We'll make this 3 inches tall. And the default material for custom slabs is concrete. So let's just put something a little bit more appropriate. We'll just put white on it for now. And there it is. And that's a little bit more of a finished look. Of course, this, I can change this to just 32, and we'll make it, no, let's make it 33 inches off the floor and make it 2 inches tall. So you can vary that. And it's a nice looking shower, and it's relatively easy to do once you see the steps. And and to have this stand out, I'm going to give it a fill. And we're going to make it a transparent fill. Now, these two walls here, I'm going to change them back. Wall types. And we'll show the default condition. Okay. So there's a couple of variations of custom glass plate type showers, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned some things, and if I can help you personally sometime, give me a call. Thank you.